In this lesson, we're going to learn the upset punch in a walking stance. And this is another technique that we perform slowly. So it is a breathing control exercise. So what you're going to do, upset punch, you start with your palm facing down, hand in here at your hip like this. And when you punch, you're going to twist the hand upwards, just like this, so that when you finish, your palm is facing up. But we're going to go slow, 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 and then quick at the finish. So exhaling while you do this. So stomach tight, breathing out through your mouth. So in through your nose, always in through your nose, out through your mouth. So just like this, okay? And the striking tool is the first two knuckles of the fist, once again. And this technique, when you finish, your arm is still bent. Your arm is still heavily bent. So your opponent has to be very, very close to you to be hit with upset punch. This is a technique where you can target either down to the groin, the lower abdomen, or typically to the stomach with this technique. And when you punch, you come out and slightly up at the finish. So in other words, you're trying to drive the person's insides up and out as if you would make them puke, essentially. So striking and then slightly up at the finish. And once again, always both hands involved in every technique. So the other hand helping to generate the power on that punch. When we do this technique, it is always performed in reverse. So it's always opposite hand, opposite leg. So therefore, we don't call it reverse upset punch. It's simply upset punch. So slow and then quick. And notice that the hand turns the opposite direction of a middle punch. So a middle punch would go this way. Upset punch goes the opposite way. So looking at that from the side. So again, starting with your hand down at your hip, twisting, 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 and out, just like this. So not reaching way out here like this, but this is already the finishing position here. So punching and then bringing it slightly up at the finish. So again, it's understood that if you're using this technique for real, that you're going to go quickly through the whole motion. You're not going to go slow and then quick. But this is another breathing control exercise, and we've seen several of them already at Greenbelt. This is another breathing control exercise where you're just like this. So, right? Keeping your stomach tight and helping to develop power. All the breathing control exercises help with developing power. So, again, looking from the side. Okay. So, practicing upset punch by count. So, upset punch in walking stance. 2, 3, turn around, 2, 3, turn around. Okay, so again, Slow, 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 and then quick at the finish. Slow, 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 and then quick at the finish. And punching out and a little bit up at the finish. And remember that this technique is always performed in reverse. We're not going to do this at any point. Your opponent has to be so close to you that they are right here to be able to use this technique. This is a very, very short range technique for upset punch. But the first two knuckles are the striking tool. So same as if we were doing middle punch, first two knuckles are the striking tool. The rotation is in the opposite direction of a middle punch. So rotating the opposite way. And remember, as always, keep that other hand up, high and tight. So when you punch, you don't want this hand here to be sinking down like this at your hip. It should be up high and it should be tight back. So when I punch, this hand is high and tight, right? Not hanging down here loose like this. And then right away into the next one. So that is upset punch in a walking stance.